Hey, what's good, y'all? This your girl Raina. Thanks for tuning in to the channel Subconscious Truth. I just want to talk a little bit about emotional anxiety and um, the fall sources. So today's fall, and I know where I was. The energy was a little bit anxious and a little bit off. I know when I woke up this morning, I was off. Today I cried because I'm emotionally overwhelmed. I am because I'm overwhelmed with external things like my kids. I'm a single mother, and I just want a better life for them. So it's like I'm battling with that, you know. Um, but when you in these moments where you feel weak and you feel like you can't do it, you will fucking get tested. Okay, so be careful. Right now is summer solstice, not summer solstice, excuse me, it's fall solstice, and this is the time when you're gonna be tempted and tested. Okay, and right now you need to face your shadows, and I just feel like it's dealing with your emotions and how you attach to things emotionally, how you become codependent on things, people, places, and things, toxic behavior, whether it be sex, drugs, alcohol, eating, anything. When you overindulge because you want to numb those emotions, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to deal with it. So this is the time where you're going to be tested. Are you going to go the easy way, or are you going to go the way to heal? You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to go through your shadow to heal because you have to become aware of it. That's what happened to me in 2016. I was in my shadow. I was very angry and I didn't know where to place my anger. And I went into my shadow. That's what triggered it. And then I had to go back around. The universe sent me back around to this person. And when I decided, like, I'm tired of this shit, my heart chakra, my, like, the depression and anxiety just was like lifted off of me, and I felt like a newborn child. Like, I felt healed. I felt bliss. I felt like I was next to the creator. Like, I felt like that energy was just hovering over me, healing me. That's what happened because I was tired. I was tired of not living a lie, but just my egos, like being in this shell, trying to protect myself, and it was only hurting me. So like today, I felt overwhelmed. I didn't want to go to work. That's another because these behaviors are from childhood, um, ways that you can escape reality, right? Basically, because me, I didn't want to go to school. And I got away with that shit. And I got away with calling out of work and stuff like that. So what about a write-up? But now that I have kids, I can't be playing those little, those childish games. I gotta grow up. And that's what this time is about, facing these shadows where your emotions are triggered, and it's how you cope with it, is the behavior. So, and it's you overindulging in it. So it's like now you're going to be tested and tempted, especially if you're emotionally imbalanced, because, you know, are you willing to are you going to deal with it yourself, or in a positive way, in a right way where it's going to help you heal and become more conscious of your triggers and be more conscious of your shadow? Or are you going to just continue to like be in denial and just go in your toxic behaviors and numb the pain? Emotions is really hard, really hard to deal with. Um now that my heart chakra's open, I feel everything, and it be so intense. It's like, how can you numb this shit? You know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people aren't even aware of their emotions. They just feel anxiety and they have to numb it. But when your heart chakra's open, you feel that shit, and like, you just want to drink that shit away, smoke that shit away, sex that shit away, and it really doesn't do anything. It's not taking the problem away. You know what I'm saying? Or it's something that something that can't change, and you just need to accept it. You need to learn to accept it and work with it. Like, I'm a single mom, and I'm overwhelmed. I felt like, who's gonna help me? And that's the every time this part, fall sources come, I'm always like, damn, who's helping me? I need help. I need help, because honestly, their fathers is nowhere to be found. Well, he's somewhere, but he's not in a nice place, and he can't help. And his family, I don't know. And my family, I don't have a mother and father. There's no grandma and grandpa. So it's just me. And I have cousins, but everybody got their own shit. I can't be putting my responsibilities on other people. Those are my fucking kids. I gotta take care of them. And you know, that's how I grew up, being codependent. I learned that from my mom, so I have to like undo that shit, so I now could like teach my kids to be independent. You know, but again, it's, you have to be in tune with your emotions, and you gotta be in control of them shits instead of letting them control you. So you know, this is the time to like, you know, bring light to that dark. You know what I mean? To face those shadows. And some people is gonna have to go through it in order to come out. But you gotta go through wanting change. You gotta go through wanting to heal. You gotta go through saying, I'm tired of this shit, and just face it. I'm telling you, it'll feel like a relief. As long as it ain't gonna send you to jail. You know what I mean? You know, the other ways you could cope is through therapy, chakra work, meditation, Reiki, stretching, yoga, writing, doing some type of craft, like putting that energy into that. Talking to people that you know that really will listen to you and don't judge you. Because right now you gonna end up judging yourself, and you need to be real about this shit. So dealing with your emotional anxiety, it's not easy. It's not easy to see through that shit. But you gotta be really aware of what's triggering it. Like, what's the antecedent, what's the behavior, and then what's your consequence. You gotta really be like, oh, this is why I felt this way, and this is why I behaved that way. And then if the consequence isn't good, okay, now you gotta own that shit. Once you become conscious of it and own it, and now it's time to like, okay, say you gotta, now it's up to you if you're gonna become, control over it. But this is the time, like, so just be aware. You know, try to control it as best as you can. But then for those who are not conscious, it's like you're gonna go through it without even realizing it. So with y'all, I'm just basically saying, try to like pull from the higher energies of whatever you're being tested with. You know what I mean? Just try to tell yourself positive affirmations. Be around positive. Just try to be around positive energy. But it's kind of hard, like, because I understand, like, in order to heal, you need to actually become conscious of what it is you need to heal from. So the only way you're going to be able to see it is going through it, right? And some of y'all will have to go through it. I just hope that, this time you become consciously aware so you can, ascend and let that old you, disintegrate. Because it's like right now is the ego, and it needs to die off, not literally but spiritually. It needs to die off because it's not serving you anymore. I'm assuming a lot of people, whoever watch this, is going to be adults, but even if a young person becomes conscious of these patterns, that's awesome, because now it's like you're going to be not lost in the mix. You know what I mean? You're going to be out of the matrix. You're going to, you won't get influenced easily. You'll be able to be independent and make better decisions instead of relying on other people to make those decisions for you, or using them to help you emotionally. And I'm saying, and being codependent. That's why we get into these toxic relationships and stuff like that, because we are emotionally imbalanced. You know what I mean? Especially in this physical world, and our emotions be attached to this physical world. And you gotta know that nothing is gonna last forever. We came by ourselves, we're gonna die by ourselves. You can't bring this shit with you, not even your goddamn kids. So, it's about having healthy emotional relationships and emotionally detaching from people, places, and things, and so you can be able to make objective and practical decisions and see things for what it really, really is, not through your emotions. So, just ways to cope with your emotions is therapy, art, using art, dance, singing, writing, drawing, coloring, anything that can just like, relax you, to relax your emotions and to calm you down, so you can just gather yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, just let me know in the comment section of like, what's going on. You can let me know. Maybe I can help in some type of way. Or maybe you can even give me some ideas. So thanks for watching. Later, peace.